bored. Let's go to the lighthouse. I wonder what's upstairs. I'm gonna go check. Cool! There's a telescope. I'm gonna go look in it. I wonder what that thing floating in the sky is.
That's Mars, a rocky terrestrial planet.
What's Mars?
A planet? That's what it is.
Well, tell me more about this interesting planet.
What would you like to know?
Does it have moons? Does it have an atmosphere? What color does it appear? Does it have rings? What is its temperature? How far is it from the sun? Is it a planet or a dwarf planet? How did it get its name? Who discovered it and when? Have humans or human-made objects traveled to, by, or on it? What is its diameter? How long does it take to rotate on its axis? How long does it take to orbit around the sun? How much would I weigh on this planet? Does it have any mountains or valleys? Could you name them? Oh, and tell me a few fun facts.
That's a lot of questions, but it's okay. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Let's start with Mars's moons. Mars has two moons, Phobos and Deimos. According to Roman myth, Mars rode on a chariot pulled by two horses named Phobos and Deimos, meaning fear and panic. The two small moons of Mars are named after these two mythical horses.
What about the atmosphere? Does it contain nitrogen and oxygen like Earth?
Mars does have an atmosphere. The Martian atmosphere contains about 95.3% carbon dioxide and 2.7% nitrogen, with the remainder a mixture of other gases. However, it is a very thin atmosphere, roughly 100 times less dense than Earth's atmosphere.
Oh, wow!
Would you like to know about its color?
Yeah, of course!
Mars's surface color looks reddish from a distance. Because of rusty dust kicked up in the atmosphere, from close up it looks more of a butterscotch, and other common surface colors include golden, brown, tan, and greenish, depending on mineral. Mars has no rings, as you can see.
What about its temperature? Could you tell me about that?
The minimum temperature on Mars is negative 220 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa, that's cold. I better put on my winter jacket.
The maximum temperature on Mars is 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Do you suppose you could tell me how far it is from the sun?
Mars is 141.5 million miles from the sun. Or, if you travel at 100 miles per hour, 24 hours a day, it would take 162 years.
Do you know how Mars got its name?
The Romans knew of 7 bright objects in the sky, the sun, the moon, and the 5 brightest planets. They named them after their most important gods. The Romans were great soldiers and thought Mars, the god of war, was very important. Mars, the red planet, was named after this god of war.
Do you know who discovered this planet?
We do not know that, but what we do know is in 1659, Christian Huygens discovered a strange feature on the surface of the red planet. It was later called the Syrtis Major.
What a nice fact! Are there any man-made objects on Mars?
Yes, there are plenty of man-made objects on Mars. Many of them came from the United States of America. The Mars 2, 3, and 6 are from the Soviet Union. The Viking 1 lander, the Viking 2 lander, Mars Pathfinder lander, Mars Climate Orbiter, Mars Polar lander, and Spirit lander are just a few of the ones America launched. The only one launched by the United Kingdom is the Beagle 2.
USA! USA! Do you happen to know the diameter of Mars?
The diameter of Mars is 4,212 miles, or 6,779 kilometers.
Do you know how long a day is on Mars? Or what about a year?
1 year on Mars is approximately 1 year and 322 days on Earth. 1 day on Mars is equal to approximately 24.5 hours on Earth. 1 Martian year lasts approximately 669 Martian days, or about 687 Earth days.
Wow, I didn't know that. Could you tell me how much a person would weigh on Mars?
A baby that weighs 20 pounds on Earth would weigh 7.5 pounds on Mars, and a person that weighs 100 pounds on Earth would weigh 37.7 pounds on Mars.
So you would be lighter on Mars?
Yes, you are correct.
Does Mars have any geographical features?
Mars once had volcanoes, but they are gone now. Its biggest volcano is Olympus Mons. Olympus Mons, a shield volcano, is 21 kilometers high and 600 kilometers in diameter. So that would be about 15 miles high. Despite having formed over billions of years, evidence from volcanic lava flows is so recent many scientists believe it could still be active.
Now could you tell me a few fun facts?
Sure. Did you know Mars and Earth have approximately the same landmass? Did you know Mars is home to the tallest mountain in the solar system? And out of 40 missions, only 18 missions to Mars have been successful. The others have failed. Mars experiences violent dust storms which continually change its surface. Mars has a very thin atmosphere made of mostly carbon dioxide. It is not thick enough to trap the sun's heat like Venus, so the planet is very cold. Mars has many channels, plains, and canyons on the surface, which could have been caused by water erosion in the past. Mars has very weak gravity, which cannot hold onto the atmosphere well.
Thank you so much for explaining Mars to me.
Before you go, I'd like you to see something.
Darker shade, darker shade. Thank you for